The ambystoma was submitted to the Bureau not long ago, and I'm pleased to see it has found its way here. We'll make sure these little ones don't wander off like their adventurous fellow. Go and lend Hermes a hand. The tenets of the words of Metron is to create aquatic life both unique and beneficial. Aquatic. What would possess them to put this creature in the sky? And is it even aquatic to begin with? Hermes, are you alright? Is Hermes up? What? This is the part I've been dreading the entire expansion. The part where they make Fandaniel sympathetic. It seems Hermes and Midian have found their quarry, a creature known in this age as an ambystoma. Yet though it has been safely extricated from the tree, Hermes appears to have found himself in quite the predicament. The ambystoma! Hermes saw it high up the tree. He climbed up to get it, but it jumped on him and he slipped. Ah, yes, rest assured, this is nothing new to me. I've ended up in far more compromising positions in the course of my work. Now for your own safety, please stand back. Hermes, are you alright? Quite alright, yes. My apologies for making you worry, Medion. Both you and, Mana Scarlet you were called. An intriguing name, somehow reminiscent of a new creation. Thank you for coming after me. As for you, little one, you must be more careful. You may be able to fly, but it doesn't mean you cannot fall and hurt yourself. Oh no, I had forgotten all about its fellows. Truly, what a relief. I must thank Emetzel and Hythlodeus when I return to them. But first, with the distractions out of the way, as Chief Overseer of Elpis, permit me to welcome you to our facility. I hope you will enjoy your time here. I'm glad they're safe, Hermes and the ambystoma. Well, we mustn't keep the others waiting. Let us return to Anagnorisis. Some creations stay outside, others stay at Ktisis, like the ambystomas. It was blissfully uneventful in your absence. The little ones were on their best behavior. No more errant creations to distract us from matters of actual import, I trust. My apologies for the trouble. Owing to your kind assistance, all the abystomas are safe and well. I will presently send them back to their space, if you would go on ahead to the main building. Upon entering, you will see a table and chairs, a meeting area. We may speak there. Very well. Take care not to let the creature slip away again. Will you be attending as well? If so, you should join the others at the building. Some creations do— oh yeah, I already read that. Okay. While Emetzel has been accommodating thus far, he is the one who has business with Hermes. If you wish to attend, you will have to ask his permission.
This appears to be the place. And here is where we part ways. We will be discussing highly sensitive affairs. Only a select few may be privy to such knowledge, and that does not include someone who cannot or will not divulge their origins. What? Will I have to remove you by force? Yes, I'm sure your business with Hermes is quite pressing. You may speak with him to your heart's content after ours is concluded.
I do not object to her attendance.
Hermes, this is highly irregular.
Perhaps, but I believe she can be trusted. Meteion would not have taken to her so quickly otherwise. Moreover, the presence of a third party may help me to maintain composure.
As you wish, then. Behave yourself, do you hear?
So, it's finally happened, then.
Aye. Van Daniels declared his intention to step down, and named you as his preferred successor. In recognition of your knowledge and your works, the Convocation is giving the recommendation due consideration. As one who does not know you personally, I am to use my impartial eye to take your measure. And above all else, to ascertain your disposition towards the invitation. I understand that you and Fandaniel are close. He himself was once chief overseer of Elpis after all. I should not be surprised if you knew before anyone else that he wished to relinquish his office.
I did. He told me that when he fulfilled his purpose, he wished to pass the torch to me.
A torch you seem none too pleased to accept. Are you so averse to serving on the Convocation?
No, it's not that. For a humble researcher like myself to even be considered is an honor beyond words. No. What troubles me, what I struggle to come to terms with, is the very fact that Fandaniel is stepping down. Does this not mean that he will return to the Star?
Of his own volition, yes. Like so many others have before him.
Return to the Star? Does that mean die?
Well now, that's not a word I hear often. Is that what you say here in Elpis? Mankind is the life of Atheris. Each of us, a drop of blood flowing through its veins, bearing sustenance. In our finite time upon it, 'tis our duty to make it a better place. That all who call it home, now and in future, may abide in happiness. To that end, we have dedicated ourselves to the pursuit of enlightened creation. And by our efforts did we transform this once untamed wilderness into the peaceful paradise you enjoy today. To return to the Star whence we came is a privilege afforded to we who have so loved and nurtured it. A choice embraced by those who have lived their lives to the fullest, in service to our world. And when they depart upon this journey, it is beautiful, always.
The 14 are no exception. 'Tis believed no occasion is more felicitous than the fulfillment of one's duty. Our office becomes our lives, and to retire is to return, or so the majority of us hold. Some few have elected to eschew custom. Mayhap you feel Fandaniel's deeds do not warrant his return, yet you should know his accomplishments as well as any. During his time, he conceived of countless outstanding concepts. And channeling the wealth of experience he attained here in Elpis, he brought forth many new specimens.
I know of all this. I do. It's just... I cannot fathom why someone so great and wise, who could still do so much good, would want to end it all. Oh no. I've made her upset. Forgive me. I know I requested your presence. Might I trouble you to take Meteion outside? A change of scenery would do her good.
Most would jump at the chance to serve in the convocation, and yet... Don't mind us, my friend. Please tend to Meteion. Forgive me. I will make it up to you, I promise. I'm sorry, Mana. I didn't want to. Didn't mean... A walk, perhaps. Can we go for a walk? So, something that bothered me about Fandaniel was his voice acting. I thought that the Asahi voice actor did a much better job with the evil crazy voice than the Fandaniel voice actor did. However, hearing him here, he sounds, like, good. So, it's interesting. I just think this voice was really grating when it was, you know, evil. But here it sounds fine. This feels like a different game now, by the way. A lot of it in part because of the much higher quality models that I'm used to. Like, her feathers have so much detail on it. Hermes gets sad when he thinks about death. When others are sad, I'm sad too. That's how I am, how he made me. But don't worry, I'm fine now. So, why did you come here? You want to learn about Elpis and Hermes? Ooh, teach you. I can teach you. We can take turns. I'll tell you something, then you tell me something. Sounds like fun. It will be, it will be. Where to start? Ah yes, let's talk to Memnon. He should be near the Aetheryte. I'm not good at explaining, but Memnon is, so I'll have him explain instead. Meteion is now accompanying you. Hee hee. Cute! She's so cute though. She is... Oh, and her little wings bounce. Are you kidding me? This character's adorable. Let's go and talk to Mimon. He should be near the Aetheryte. Ah, the Aetheryte. Anyone can use it to teleport anywhere. Well, maybe not anywhere. Not to the ground or other isles. For that you need teleporters. Oh, and permission. And what have we here? Though you look like a person, your ether is quite thin. I assume you are a familiar like Meteion. Is there something you need? This is Mana. Can you teach her about Elpis? Ah, newly arrived familiar, is she? Very well, I should be glad to introduce our facility to her. As you know, it is mankind's duty to make the star a better place. As a part of this duty, we employ creation magics to bring forth new life. However, we cannot simply release our works into the world, for it would lead to chaos. No, any and all life forms must undergo extensive testing to determine their fitness to exist, testing which is conducted here in Elpis. Every candidate is subject to rigorous study, in which we identify their properties, surmise what habitats might be suitable, and speculate as the effects they might have on the environment and other species. Should it be judged beneficial to a beneficial addition to the star, it will be allowed to take its place in the world. The two of you, too, were created with the hope of making the star a better place, so heed your masters well and be good, do you hear? We will, Memnon, we will. Thank you for the lesson. You had a turn, now I get a turn. Where did you come from? From a place far, far away. Then I probably don't know it. I don't know much about other places. But this place is important to you. I can feel it. Oh, my power! I haven't told you about it. A creation. Let's find a creation. One not being watched. Then I'll explain my power. No. No. You. This bird. Spriggans? What are Spriggans? Oh no, we call them Oriai. If there's many, if it's just one, we say Orace. Those are cute. They can be naughty. Sometimes they run off with concept crystals, and Hermes has to run after them. You. Oh, this creation is perfect. But I don't remember seeing it before. Perhaps it's new? Anyway, I'll try reading its mind. That's my power. I can't read it. Or maybe there's nothing to read? Wait, please. Wait. I'll try again. With you this time. Greetings. Can you hear me? This is my power. I can read the emotions of those around me and project my emotions to others in return. I am not actually speaking to you in your mind. Rather, you are converting my emotions into words and intention, a process performed subconsciously by intelligent life forms. The ability is vital to my mission, for it allows me to interact with intelligent beings, even should they communicate via unknown languages or other nonverbal means. As a consequence, I am clumsy at speaking. Yet though I struggle to express myself in this fashion, Hermes wants me to speak as much as possible, for everyone has thoughts and feelings that they may wish to hide. I harbor an affection for you, one that is difficult to define. Aside from the fact that you share common traits with us, your thoughts are complex, prismatic. They draw me in and leave me wanting to know more. Out of respect for your privacy, I will refrain from using my power when speaking with you. Nevertheless, I want you to know I wish to be your friend. Did you hear me? Good, now it's my turn again. So, what are you good at? Oh, a secret. That's something you want to hide. Just leave to me. There, I've blocked it out. I can't block everything. Not strong feelings, but that wasn't too strong. I think they might be bothering it. keep going. We'll go and see Yuan's next. She's usually in a small building, one on the west row. Well, well, if it isn't Medion, I see you've brought a friend today. Greetings, Yuan. An apple? Could you make me an apple? The kind Hermes likes, covered in syrup. I want to share it with Mana. Oh, candied apple? Hermes is certainly partial to them, but you know you can't eat Medion. You weren't made to do so. But I like it too. It may seem that way, but it's due to your ability to share others' feelings. You've taken Hermes' likes for your own. In any case, I can't prepare an apple right now, but I'll bring one for Hermes soon, I promise. I'm sorry, Mana. I wanted to show you my favorite thing, then I could ask about yours, but I failed. I like cat boys. Oh, that's what you like? Yes. Yes, I can feel it. Your joy and happiness. And it makes me happy too. Thanks for sharing it with me, Mana. Well, we've walked and talked a lot. Maybe Hermes has finished talking too. Shall we go and see? Ah, excellent timing. 'Twas a refreshing constitutional, I hope. What, back already? Pity. A bit longer and we might have snuck away without you. There you are. I can see the fresh air has done Medion good. Mana wanted to learn about you and Elpis, so I taught her. About this place, about my power, and about your favorite food. I'm not sure if that last one will be of any use. But I do appreciate you keeping Medion company. While you were away, I finished speaking with our guests. Finished? Hardly. You requested time to consider the invitation, so we have no choice but to occupy ourselves with inspection of your work. My apologies. It has been decided that Emetzelk and Hythlodaeus will accompany me as I tend my duties. If you wish to learn more, perhaps you would like to come too. I'm compelled to remind you that she is in no way associated with the convocation. We simply chanced to meet at Propuleion. There is no guarantee that the matters we discuss will remain private. I do not mind. To see the joy her presence brings Medion, I cannot imagine our mysterious friend harbors malicious intent. Mana is kind, really, truly. She taught me as much as I taught her. You're coming, of course, to watch Hermes. You're bound to learn lots and lots. It is held that all civil organizations should conduct their affairs with total transparency, and the convocation is no exception. But that doesn't mean we're obligated to show our work to unknown entities such as you. Consider yourself privileged and behave accordingly. Though I see new creations on a daily basis, here they look at them with a different eye. It will be interesting to observe Hermes at work. This time we all get to go for a walk. Isn't it exciting? If everyone is ready, there are a few creations I need to check on. First, we shall return to the spot where we found our wayward ambystoma. Have care when you step outside a hub, for there may be more unruly creatures about. Ah yes, the lanthine petolda, one of the newest species of the ever-popular butterfly. You're still bothered about your robe? Don't be. The few specimens we repurposed won't be missed. All vim and vigor now? When we were discussing his nomination, he was Melancholy incarnate. So beautiful. Petolidua, I hope they make it into the world. The irony does not escape me that, the original Fandaniel loved life, and that the sundered Fandaniel loved death. That does not escape me. This is a new species of Petolidua we recently set loose. It has been doing very well, managing to maintain a stable existence thus far. If it can see its observation period to the end without issue, we shall release it unto the world. Tell me, do you know the difference between living beings and arcane entities? It is the presence of a soul, yet the soul isn't something you can choose to have at will. No, it manifests only in those beings whose form adhere to the laws of creation, that can endure on their own. Beings that do not fulfill this requirement, such as those spontaneously born of magic or natural phenomena, do not have souls. No matter how much it might resemble flora or fauna, it lacks a soul, then it is considered an arcane entity. So you see, it is not for mankind to decide what is living. That domain lies beyond our manipulation, and is hubris to assume otherwise. Come, let us head to the nearby beacon. I received a report that arcane entities have gathered there. Interesting, you're interesting too. Tell me, how did you find the Abystoma? A fascinating creation, much like yourself, little one. Renowned as Hermes is for flying life forms, 'tis a rare privilege to be able to see one of his works in progress. We're meant to be observing Hermes, but instead we're stuck with Medion. Well, I suppose she herself serves as proof of his prowess as a researcher and creator both. Ah yes, lightning pneuma, just as the report said. Although we call this structure a beacon to its form, it's in fact a magical device. By manipulating the balance of elements, it keeps the isle airborne and maintains the climate thereupon. In the course of its operation, it often sees an internal shift towards a given element. Right now, that element is lightning, which draws the pneuma here to replenish their ether. It appears Medion is busy. Would you care to assist me in her stead and feed the pneuma? By using this lightning converger, you can harness ambient lightning and focus it into a ball. A veritable feast for our dazzling friends. Go on, give it a try. Perfectly done, Mana. Look. See how they gather to feed? How they express themselves through their actions despite their lack of words. Speech is not the sole defining characteristic of a thinking, feeling creature, nor is silence an indication that they do not possess these qualities. Be it a soulless arcane entity such as the Pneuma, or an ethereal life form such as the Petaldua, all seek to perpetuate their existence, to survive. A good question. I can answer it from a theoretical standpoint, but it ultimately falls to the Bureau of the Architect to pass judgment. Those with exceptional vision, such as Hythlodaeus, may be able to ascertain her true nature. But to me it doesn't matter. She is herself, and that is all I need to know. Oh, you finished already? I'm sorry, I was in the way. Not to worry, my dear. They missed nothing of note, and we still have plenty of work for them to observe. Next, we will head east to the Morning Dew. I need to speak with some observers there. It's adorable, but beware its sneeze. Hermes went flying once. Medion gets it. Was there a guiding theme or any method to the madness that is this random assortment of features? Be nice to him, he's my friend. Ah, this fellow has been the talk of the Bureau. The combination of a carefree aspect and endless rows of fangs is strangely charming. Hythlodeus gets it.
Amazing, is it not? The Ampelos, one of our newest subjects. So, how are we coming along?
This place is Elpis. Those flowers. Elpis. Entelekis. Like me.
They are a product of Elpis, and so named for their birthplace. A happy accident, born of the hands of a former researcher who loved beautiful blossoms. Unique for how they change color, to reflect the emotional state of those nearby. Though be it here or elsewhere, they are seldom seen in any hue save purest white.
Reflect the emotional state, you say? By what means do they achieve this?
In creation, there exists an energy wholly apart from ether, one driven by emotions. In like manner to how we manipulate ether, this flower is subject to the influence of said energy. While it has no will of its own, it is sensitive to the prevailing emotion in the vicinity, and reacts by altering its color and vibrancy.
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification, some describe it as an essence influenced by feeling.
Akasha. Though I'm not familiar with the term, your description suggests it is the self-same energy. Dynamis, we call it. And those entities like the Elpis flower that have the ability to interact with this energy, converting emotions into tangible phenomena, are Antelekis.
That's me! That's me! An Enteleki!
That you are, my dear. And no ordinary one at that, but the first possessed of free will.
Wait. A form of energy other than ether? Dynamis? I've never heard of such a thing.
Hardly surprising. Dynamis cannot be seen, much less felt. And though its existence has long been theorized, we had no proof until the flower's serendipitous creation. What's more, Dynamis is far weaker than ether. Under normal circumstances, its effects are drowned out by the latter. On account of which, beings comprised of and reliant upon the ether, like you and I, are unable to make practical use of Dynamis. 'Tis a truly esoteric thing, known to but a select few scholars.
Intriguing. Then, given the limitations you described, why create Meteon?
Our star, Aetheris, is especially rich in ether, so much so that its name is derived from it. However, when we consider all energy in existence here and in the vast space beyond, Dynamis may account for as much as 68.3%. The more abundant form by far. Were we able to control it, we could open the door to limitless possibilities. 'Tis not unlike a gently flowing stream, unable to break through the dam of ether barring its path. But if we could imbue the stream with the vigor of a raging river... not that I have such grand ambitions. Nay, I merely wish to create a being that could traverse the great expanse. The relative scarcity of ether beyond the bounds of this star was a concern, and so I looked to another source of energy by necessity.
That being Dynamis. No wonder her ether is so thin.
Precisely.
Yours is thin too. Like an entelechy. Like me. So... are we the same? Entelecchies.
Get his ass.
Well, aren't we ungrateful? Mayhap I should revert you to the pathetic, faded thing you were.
He got my ass instead.
A deficit of ether alone does not an entelechy make. It would, however, make it easier for you to interact with Dynamis. And limited though its influence may be, this quality could prove the difference between victory and defeat. You do well not to underestimate it. Oh dear, I'd forgotten about the poor fella. You must excuse me a moment while I go and verify a few more things.
So, because the celestial ether is so thin in certain spots, I suppose maybe there's more dynamis than ether in those spots, and the dynamis is out of control. That might be what's happening. Never before had I heard of dynamis or entelechis. I can only assume the Elpis flower was submitted to the Bureau before I joined. Greatest contribution. Not that I or anyone else would be able to make use of it even if we knew. But it irks me to discover that there is an entirely different form of energy and no one told me. That personal annoyance aside, Hermes' knowledge is undeniably impressive. Given that there are none among the 14 who specialize in the Celestial, he would be a welcome addition. Assuming he can be persuaded to join, that is. I still can't understand his hesitation. Why did you join the convocation? Oh, you wish to know why Emmett Selk was chosen for the convocation? I should be glad to share the tale. It began when... Not another word. Lest you've forgotten, we're to learn about Hermes, not me. My misspent youth is not your concern. now. Oh my god, I can talk to him. Just like Shadowbringers. I want to learn about the convocation. If you would accompany us, I suppose you should at least know that much. The Convocation of 14 is a governing body that determines myriad policies. Our goal is to ensure that all is right in creation, that our star may know a brighter future. As the name suggests, the Council is comprised of 14 offices, each of which is held by an individual chosen for their surpassing abilities. Depending on the office, one is required to either be an authority in a certain field or possess skills that would facilitate the performance of their stipulated duties. The former category includes Metron, specialist in aquatic life, Logriff, specialist in terrestrial life and husbandry, Halmerit, specialist in fungal and plant life, Amarelloth, specialist in medicine and healing, and Lahabrea, specialist in creation magics, who has brought forth phantom beings of the highest complexity. As for the latter category, there is Ultima, advocate for the arts, Igarim, champion of enlightenment and rhetoric, Pasturot, preserver of discipline and order, and Metzelk, keeper of the ethereal realm, or underworld in the vernacular, Fandaniel, pursuer of extant phenomena, and Azim, traveler of the world and counselor to the people. What? Should I be revealing such details to you? Don't be silly. Even children know this much, and you would do well to remember it all. Then why did you bother me? Honestly, I'm beginning to think you were created for the sole purpose of trying my patience. I'll tell you the tale when we're away from sensitive ears. And to let you know, we're friends in business. My apologies for the wait. I have inspected the Ampelos to my satisfaction. All is well with the creature, and I dare say it won't be long ere it is released into the world. Another creation, however, reportedly isn't faring so well. The Charybdis. That is what we shall tend to next. If you would follow me, my friends, we shall return to the main isle and head north. Why is the sun blue and shiny? There is a slight difference in etheric balance between these Charybdises. But it may be assumed that they aren't the original creations, but their offspring. A serpentine bird or a winged snake? I understand there is a problem with one of the Charybdis. Yes, that's right. As you know, the Charybdis is based on a sea creature. Owing to adjustments to enhance its affinity to wind, it is capable of flight. The specimens created from the concept could all fly without issue, but a problem arose in subsequent generations. This third generation creature was born with an etheric balance leaning strongly towards water, its aquatic origin reasserting itself, it would seem. The result being its affinity to wind is diminished, and it cannot fly. No matter what we try, we can't get it to rise even the slightest bit. For such change to manifest in so few generations, I fear they are too unstable, flawed. With your permission, I will revert the creatures and recommend to the Bureau that the concept be revised. With its etheric balance leaning towards water, the Charybdis would indeed struggle to manipulate wind. Yet it is too early to conclude that it cannot fly. Having failed at first, it may have simply developed a fear. I shall transform and fly with it, helping to manipulate wind until it finds its wings. What? You needn't go to such lengths. You don't know? But of course not. Transformation is an art in which one manipulates a vast quantity of ether to construct another body around oneself. In practice, this allows one to assume any conceivable form, and thereby transcends the limits of one's flesh. Yet convenient though it may be, transforming in the presence of others is considered vainglorious in the extreme, As uncouth and unseemly as running around robeless. Shameful. Am I to understand you make a habit of this? No, nothing of the sort. It's just that when transformed, I can wield the wind and fly. It may seem excessive, but what is our shame next to the lives of these creatures? They deserve a chance, and we owe it to them to do all in our power. Be that as it may. Yes, I believe I have a solution. Emmett Silk, may I trouble you to move that Charybdis away from its fellows, somewhere out of sight? Meanwhile, I'd like the rest of you to help me prepare here. What mischief are you scheming now? No mischief, I assure you. I would but spare you the need to report to your colleagues that Hermes committed an indiscretion. So have a little faith and run along. I trust you don't mind? Hythlodaeus is a man of ideas. I wonder what he has thought up this time. We must help the Charybdis to fly, or else they will all die. Such bother when we could simply begin anew, but I shall defer to the Chief Overseer. Emmett Silk is out of sight? Good. Let's speak of the plan. It's a stroke of genius, really. We have Emmett Silk train the Charybdis. Aside from being able to fly untransformed, he can readily see ether currents, and with his adept spellcraft, he can also employ suitable wind magics to guide the creature along. While he is indeed capable of all you described, it is not his duty. I am loath to trouble him with it. Don't be, as I mentioned. It would be for his own sake. With that settled, let's begin at once. Mana, I want you to go to Emmett Silk. Tell him you have a favor to ask. He'll be disinclined to cooperate at first, but you mustn't be discouraged. With our friend, the trick is to be unflaggingly persistent. Off you go now, and good luck. The rest of us will be right behind you. We wouldn't think to miss the fun. Me? Perhaps it's best if I watched from afar. With apologies to Emmett Silk, but this may be the best approach. Let us work together to win him over. I'll persist too. Well, are your preparations for the scheme that is clearly not a scheme complete? Oh, no, you don't. I'm not lifting a finger. Ugh, I don't know what Hythlodaeus is up to, and I will not be made to know. I refuse. If Hythlodaeus is to be believed, relentless assistance may serve to wear down the ever-weary Emmett Silk. Please, Emmett Silk.
No, no, no. You are not foisting this nonsense on me.
I'm given to understand you have the power to help the Charybdis, and should be quite willing to do so. And so I appeal to your better nature, most benevolent Emmett Silk. Please teach her to fly.
Or else Hermes will transform. Right now.
Now, there's no need to go quite that far. Altruism is its own reward, as I'm sure he would agree.
Oh, would he now? And who contrived to put me in this position, pray tell?
Nothing so devious. I merely suggested a possible course of action.
Please, Emmett Silk. Please.
not come all this way to play nursemaid to your creations. I'd thank you to remember this favor and let it be the last. I will aid it once it has taken to the air. It falls to you to shepherd it skyward.
Well, let's relax and enjoy the spectacle, shall we? You were wondering why Emmett Selk joined the Convocation. Truth be told, he wasn't the first choice for the office. I was, on the strength of my ability to see ether. But I declined the offer. For though my vision is exceptional, I am pedestrian in all other aspects. Worse even, quite abysmal when it comes to manipulating ether, for example. Couldn't transform even if I had a mind to do so. What good is the ability to perceive a problem if one cannot act to address it? Emmett Selk has no such shortcomings. He excels in vision and manipulation both, the latter to an extraordinary degree. If there is a mage more powerful, I do not know of them. Thus did I recommend him for the office in my stead. And I wasn't the only one. Far from it. Countless others vouched for his skill and character. People the world over, to whom he had previously lent a helping hand. Oh, how surprised he was. Claimed he hadn't done anything remarkable for anyone. Modest to a fault. He deserved every bit of acclaim he received. Yet he may well have gone unappreciated were it not for a mutual friend. A singular soul who can't help but involve herself in the business of others. Where she walks, excitement is certain to follow. Her antics irritate Emmett Selk to no end. But much of his grumbling stems from genuine concern. When our friend calls, he never fails to answer and lend his talents. And in the course of doing so, he himself came to be recognized and respected by those around him. They are truly remarkable individuals, and I'm proud to call them friends. To help them realize their dreams. This will be my greatest contribution to our world, and when they have fulfilled their respective purposes, so too shall I have fulfilled mine, and together we may return to the star. Look at me, spilling my innermost secrets. I can't seem to help it with you. I can only assume it is due to the color of your soul. I just don't understand how you can be so alike and yet so different.
Well done, my pet. Well done!
Ah, yes. I dare say the Charybdis will be fine here on. Why don't you go and signal to Emmett Selk? Let him know that his arduous task is at an end.
Man, I liked Hythlodaeus back in Shadowbringers, but the more I'm learning about him, the more I'm really liking him, and it's making me so sad because I know his fate. I know he sacrifices himself to summon Zodiark, and so sweet though, and he's so fun, and oh, I'm so sad. If I didn't know better, I'd say Emmett Selk is enjoying himself. Not that he'd ever deign to admit it. Everything about this is making me so sad. Every single one of these characters is dead. Look, Mana, look how well the Kerbitus flies. It's flying, it's really flying, as if it were born to do so. Thank goodness. Emerging from his reverie, Emmett Selk notices you and begins to descend with the Kerbitus. I have no words to express my gratitude. Thanks to you, the Kerbitus has learned to fly. And Mana and I could relax and have a pleasant chat. I'm sure you did. The creature needed some small assistance at first, but soon it was flying more or less on its own. I doubt you will need to repeat the lesson. That was truly impressive. I witnessed it all from afar. The Kerbitus flies. Indeed, with this, we've proven that even a creature with skewed etheric balance is capable of flight. Though we helped it to achieve this, the Kerbitus is a herd animal. They may well aid their struggling kid in like fashion, if and when the need arises. Keeping this in mind, I bid you continue observing them. If that is what you want. But if I may say so, rather than hoping an idealistic possibility comes to pass, would it not be simpler to have the concept adjusted? That way, we could guarantee that anomalies such as this specimen are never born in the first place. These creatures are already here. We will spare no effort in giving them a chance to survive. As you wish, Chief, as you wish. Hermes. I'm fine, don't worry. Well, that concludes all of my present tasks. Let us return to Anagnoris for now.